Hey there. So you're looking for a dog trainer here in Seaford and you want to make sure you get it right. Well, you're in the right place. This is your guide to helping you feel really confident about the choice you make for you and your dog.
We're going to walk through why training is so helpful for life in town, what to look for in a pro, the different programs and what they cost, a checklist of questions you need to ask, and then wrap up with some key Seaford rules and resources.
So, first up, let's talk about why training matters so much right here in our community. It's about more than just sit and stay. It's really about being able to enjoy everything Seaford has to offer with your dog right there with you.
I mean, just picture it, a nice, relaxing stroll along the Nanticoke River Walk, or a calm trip to the farmer's market where there's no pulling, no lunging, none of that stress. A well-trained dog can handle these public spaces, which makes every trip out so much more pleasant for you, for your dog, and for everybody else too.
Okay, so how do you get there? Well, it all starts with finding a genuinely qualified professional. Let's look at what really separates a good trainer from all the rest, specifically their methods and their credentials.
The heart of modern, effective, and humane training is this idea called positive reinforcement. It's pretty simple, really. It's all about rewarding the behavior you want to see, which makes learning feel like a fun game and encourages your dog to want to work with you.
As you start looking at trainers, you'll see a couple of different philosophies. Reward-based methods are all about building a partnership. On the flip side, methods that use intimidation or force, well, they can often create brand new problems like fear and anxiety, and they can really harm the trust you have with your dog.
Another sign of a real professional is their commitment to education. You might see a bunch of letters like these after a trainer's name. They're not just a jumble of letters, they actually mean something. They show that the trainer has passed rigorous tests and is serious about using the most effective and kind training methods out there.
All right, let's get into the practical side of things. We're talking about the different kinds of training programs you can find and what you should probably expect to budget for them right here in the Seaford area.
So your main choices are usually going to be group classes or private lessons. Group classes are awesome for getting your dog used to being around other dogs and people. Private lessons, on the other hand, give you that one-on-one focus, which is perfect for very specific goals or for behaviors that are happening right inside your house.
This chart breaks down the average costs for these different services around here. As you can see, a 6-week group class is a pretty affordable way to get started. And then you have more intensive options, like a board and train, which is a much bigger investment. This should give you a pretty realistic idea of the finances as you start to plan.
And to just zero in on one of those, a single 1-hour private session typically lands somewhere in this price range. This can be a really great way to tackle one specific issue, or just to get a personalized training plan going without having to commit to a big package right away.
Okay, so now that you have a handle on the methods and the costs, you're ready to start looking at some local trainers. But how do you pick the perfect one for you? Let's get your checklist together.
The secret is really just knowing what to ask them. If you go into that first phone call or email with a clear set of questions ready, you'll be able to compare your options way more effectively and find the absolute best match for your dog.
This is your list. You want to hear them talk about things like positive reinforcement. You definitely want to confirm their credentials. Ask them how they're going to tailor the training just for your dog, and make sure you're crystal clear on all the fees. Understanding how they track progress, if they're willing to work with your vet, and what your homework will be, those are all crucial pieces of the puzzle.
Last but not least, let's cover some local info that every single dog owner in Seaford should know. It just makes life easier and keeps everyone happy.
Yeah, being a great dog owner in our community means knowing the local rules. It's pretty straightforward. In Seaford, your dog has to be on a leash in public. A current rabies vaccination isn't just a good idea, it's required by state law. And of course, being a good neighbor means managing any excessive barking.
And hey, once you start training, you're going to need places to practice. The walking paths at the sports complex are fantastic for working around some light distractions. The Nanticoke River Walk is always beautiful, and Trap Pond State Park nearby has tons of trails for building focus. If you need some off-leash time, the dog parks in Millsboro or Georgetown are just a short drive away.
Picking the right professional is really the first big step on a super rewarding journey. We wish you the best of luck in your search and in all the wonderful memories you're going to make, around town, at home, and with your friends, all thanks to your happy, well-mannered best friend.